We've been married
44 years.
44 years.
And we've been married 41 years.
We've been married 14 years.
We have been married for just over a year.
At age 19, I went to Africa to do stopgap missionary work for 2 years. At that time, I was engaged to someone else.
Vicki was working in a fast food restaurant.
Gone through a rough patch in my life, and I was trying to figure some things out.
It was my senior year of college, and she was one of the new students that came into the BCN.
It didn't work out. I came back and I realized I didn't really love him.
And I saw her behind the counter, and I told the guys that I was studying with I was going to marry her.
I went to the first Saturday night service, and I was introduced to Stacy, and it's kind of ironic because we value truth in our marriage, but one of the first things I said to her was a lie.
That's true.
Because she asked if I knew PowerPoint, and I felt like I should, so I said yes.
My first impression of Kara was she was this girl from Western Kentucky who was homesick.
It's true, I was a little homesick my freshman year.
So she gave me a ride home. And 2 weeks later, I proposed.
I had been faced with the claims of the gospel 3 years before and turned it down. But then at this time, I knew that I needed a Savior. And so I got saved in the mission, and I felt a call to go into the mission.
I realized, I told her I knew PowerPoint. I better learn it. So I opened up my laptop and started playing around with it. So
I got a text from my small group leader that Bible study was going to be canceled because she was sick. And I remembered that Nikki had invited me to hang out with her at Zach's place. I know Zach, kind of, and he seems nice. That might be fun.
At one point, my mom said, you two are pretty friendly, and you must understand that our mission is pretty strict.
Her family didn't like me.
No, they
But
didn't.
of course, she was only 16 years old. It took a little convincing, but when she was 17, they signed the paper so we could get married.
And I really was trying to come to that point where everything was God's. And I felt God said to me, no, don't pursue this. And I came back to Trudy and I said no. And it hit her hard.
Well, I was a bit upset because here he is.
I
He
hadn't
said-
even
he said
proposed,
God,
and yet I
he said
said
God
no.
said no. And, well, who said yes? I mean, there wasn't even anything to say no about as far as I was concerned.
We would spend hours on the phone back before you had unlimited cell phone minutes and before internet was really easily accessible.
Later, when we did get together, I was telling my Bible study leader about that, and she was really excited that she got sick that night.
God used it.
Yes.
Our eyes met and something passed between us. And I thought to myself, this isn't quite right. If there is still something there after 6 months, we maybe should talk about this.
I was on the wrong path as well. And I think he saw us as two people who really needed each other, and just arranged it so it would happen.
I don't know, it's a completely different feeling altogether to know that you have somebody that's your support, that cares about you, that loves you.
there is no doubt I'm a better person because of the years of marriage that we've had.
He just said what he thought about God and everything else. I like this sort of, spontaneous religion.
He really balances me out, just personality-wise and temperament-wise.
And I think that just as we've grown as a couple, that's still true. I mean, where my weaknesses are is where he has his strengths, and so we balance each other out really well.
The person that I was when I got married, that person would have either been dead or in prison by now.
I have never seen another woman that I thought could compare to